Hi there. Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. On this channel, we learn some basic English conversation, English writing, English reading, and it's the place to be, especially if you want to get a bunch of boring lectures about a variety of topics. Oh, I mean, we really do that here. A lot of boring lectures. I don't mind telling you. Last time, we learned a basic phrase in English that's something you hear all the time, which was, how does that sound? How does that sound? So you see, we're learning about these just basic little conversational questions lately. Simple stuff, but essential to be able to really talk to people, because you're going to hear a lot of this thing. These kind of little questions, and you have to ask these little things to be able to kind of smooth out the conversation. So let's just say, I was trying to figure out, we had a question a couple of days ago, which is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh man, good question. I can't stand that question. But let's just say I decided to think about it. I wrote down some ideas. What do I want to be when I grow up? And I came up with a couple ideas and narrowed it down. And I decided I'm going to be an airline pilot. Fly across the world in a big jet plane every day. I'm going to be an airline pilot. Okay, that's my decision. I came up with an idea. So I said, hey, I decided that I'm going to be an airline pilot. What do you think? Here we go. What do you think? That's our question that we're going to ask today. What do you think? You hear it all the time. And I don't know if we've actually used the word think yet. Maybe we have. We've used this word a lot lately, which is what? Starts with a capital W. What has a silent H, and then a lowercase a, which starts like a lowercase c, and then we bring it down. That's not bad. That's not bad. Ends with a T. What do you think? Notice that the lowercase y is the only letter that goes down below the bottom line. Everything else stops at the bottom line. What do you think? Now, this is important to me right now, that we think about it. We're going to think about the word think. And I think we've had this word think one time before. But now let's just think about it. Listen to that word. Think. Think. It's a strange sound in English. You get a lot. Is the sound where you put your tongue between your two sets of teeth. What two letters make that sound? Think about it. I hope that you're thinking about the TH, because that's right. TH makes that sound where you put your teeth, your tongue between your two sets of teeth. Think. It's a difficult sound to make, kind of, and actually difficult to hear as well. I don't know. It's a strange thing. What do you think? The next set of letters is going to, on the end of think, is going to be an INK. INK makes the sound ink. Okay? INK makes the sound ink. Got my arm on the K and got my leg. What do you think? Now we know that if it was ing, if it was a thing, it would be an ing. But this is think. Using your mind, using your brain to think about it. That ends with a question mark. I've decided that I want to be an airline pilot. What do you think? Okay. Well, all right. That's not such a bad idea. You get to fly all over the place, stay in airport hotels, be in charge of the jet plane. I mean, I don't know. It might be a good idea. Well, we have to respond now. That's going to be the next part of this. So what do you think? You get to decide. I'm not going to tell you what to think. Let's just say that I told you I decided what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be an airline pilot. Okay, I want you to write down what you think. Now, there's some options. You could say, good idea. Like, you like the idea. Good idea. Or you could say, bad idea. You want to, it's one thing. I've flown on a lot of planes. And I can tell you that after a couple hours, it's not that much fun anymore. A long flight is brutal. It's brutal. Imagine doing it every day or a few days a week. I think it'd be tough. You could say bad idea. Or you could say, I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about that. That's what I'm going to write. Because I got to think about that. I don't know if that's really a good idea or a bad idea. I have to think about it. What it would really be like to be an airline pilot. It's something you might want to Google it and find out if they like their jobs or not, or if they get tired of it. That's a good idea. I'm going to respond to this. You know what? I'll have to think about that. How am I going to say this? Because I don't have enough room to write what I'd like to say. What I'm going to respond is, good idea. I'll think about it. I'll have to think about it. Okay, here we go. Good idea. That way you're just not saying no right off the bat. And to make a uppercase G, we start like this, almost like an uppercase C. Then we put the line across here like this. Do you follow me? That's going to make our capital G. Then we got two O's. One of mine is kind of smaller than the other. I don't know what that's about. That was a bad job. Free channel. Now we got a lowercase d. Starts like a lowercase c and we connect it down. Nice squeak on that one. Good idea. Idea starts with a I, lowercase I, then another lowercase d, then an EA. That's how you spell idea. Now we got another. A lot of words, a lot of letters start with what looks like a lowercase c. Then we modify it. We connect it down. Good idea. Comma. Do you hear the pause? A comma is a little slash through the bottom line. Do you hear the pause if I said, good idea, I'll think about it? Do you hear the pause after good idea? Good idea, I'll think about it. There's not a period there. It's not the end of the sentence. It's just a little pause right there. Then I'll is going to be I apostrophe LL. Capital I. Apostrophe. I'll put apostrophe up here. I'll is a shortened up version of I will. The apostrophe kicks out, pow! The W-I in will. It shortens up I will into I'll. Okay? Then we're going to go back to think. I'll think about it. We already did one thing, we'll do another one. TH. INK. Nicely done. We put our arm on there and then the leg. I'll think about it. I'm down here in no man's land at the bottom of the board. Oh boy, here we go. It's hard for me to write when I get down there to the bottom of the board. I don't mind telling you. This is a lot of writing today. I'll think about it. About is A, B, O-U-T, that's about. About. I'll think about it. I know you can spell the word it. I just know it. How would you spell it? I hope you're thinking IT. There we go. I'm thinking about becoming an airline pilot when I grow up. What do you think? Huh. Good idea. I'll think about it. Because that's a lot to take in. Maybe you don't even have to think about it. You just immediately you think to yourself, airline pilot. Bad idea. Bad idea. Maybe you think, good idea. What is an idea? IDEA. What is an idea? An idea is a thought. Someone had a thought go through their mind. Like, I think I'm going to take a vacation to Japan. Good idea? Good idea? It's a thought. Now, before I quit this video, and I'm going to quit it soon, don't you worry. We have to remember, you're not going to hear the words, what do you think? No, this is the way we write it. What you're going to hear is, what do you think? I'm going to write that up here. What do you think? I want to become an airline pilot. What do you think? But we write it properly. What do you think? I hope that makes sense. The way we write English and the way that we hear it and the way that we say it are two different things. We write properly, but English is spoken in a lazy, sloppy way. I don't know why it is, but that's how culture has become, especially in America, is lazy and sloppy. I wish we would clean it up, but that's life. You got to get used to hearing it the way it's said. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what people are talking about. What do you think is the way we hear it? Good idea. I'll think about it. You know, a lot of times in life, it's important to use this phrase, I'll think about it, because people ask you all kinds of things. Sometimes it's better not to answer right away. It's best to take some time and let yourself think about it a little bit. That's my experience. Great conversational English today on English for Emerson. I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope you'll be back next time, all my millions of students. And that's all I've got right now for English for Emerson. We'll see you next time. What do you think? Bye-bye.